I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best center cards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. Let me know in the comment section down below what center cards you guys are currently running on your squad, and of course let me know if you guys would change about my top 10. But coming in at the number 10 spot, I do think is going to be the free Dark Matter Artist Gilmore, a 7'2" center card, 7'5" wingspan. I do think this card is more of a power forward just because he's not like the tallest center card in the game, but I still think he's the 10th best center in my team because of his defense. 95 block, 92 steal, 92 perimeter, 98 interior defense, and also is really athletic. You know, he can dunk the ball, and he does have a pretty decent jump shot as well, with that Jared Vanderbilt base, which I don't mind, and the Taj Gibson upper. And then he's also got some solid dribble sigs with the D-Mitch size up and the John Wall escape. So I do think Dark Matter Artist Gilmore is going to be the 10th best center in my team. Coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be the Invincible Cream. Once again, a card that probably plays more of a power forward role in game, but as you guys most likely know, the center position has no depth. Yes, there's some top tier centers that we'll talk about here in a second, but a lot of these guys probably from like 10 up to like 7, somewhere in there, like 8, 9, 10 are probably all going to be guys that play more of that power forward position, but can still play center at a high level, right? You got Cream here, 7'2" at the power forward position, also can play center, 7'5" wingspan, and he's still going to be a great defensive card. So if you want to run Reem at center, you definitely can. Like, he can still play center. He's a top 10 center in the game. It's just he'd be so much higher, you know, on the list if we were talking about power forwards, and he's just a much better power forward in game. But if you need Cream to play center, he's still got a great player model and is still a great defender in my team. Now coming in at the number 8 spot, we finally get to some center cards, guys that actually play the center position, and that's going to be Dark Matter Ralph Sampson. He's a 7'4" center, 7'8" wingspan, and we know Ralph Sampson's got one of the better player models in the game for a center card, and he just gets tons and tons of paint stops down low, 97 block, 96 interior defense, 84 steal, 87 perimeter, and then he's also fairly quick with 85 speed, 85 acceleration, and not that bad of strength and vertical for a giant card. Jump shot is okay, not my favorite release in the game obviously, but I don't think it's a completely terrible jump shot. I just think there are cards, you know, in this top 10 that do have way better jump shots. For example, the card at the number 7 spot is going to be Dark Matter Mark Eden, who's a very similar center to Ralph Sampson. I just think he's got the better jump shot, and a jump shot that's a lot more consistent to be able to green with. He's 7'4" at center, 7'7" wingspan. I will say Mark Eden might be the best offensive rebounder in the game. He snags offensive boards, which really help to get you those second chance opportunities, and just like Ralph Sampson, going to be such a good defender down low with a 99 block, 87 steal, 94 perimeter, and a 98 interior defense. He's got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game and does have almost maxed out defensive tendencies with a 98 pass interception, 95 on ball steal, 100 contest shot, and 100 block shot. But then, like I said, I do like his jump shot a tad bit more than Ralph Sampson, and I think the card also just plays slightly better defense and feels a little bit more athletic in game. But coming in at the number 6 spot is going to be another card once again that I think probably plays power forward a little bit better, and you should run this card at power forward, but it's going to be Invincible Kristaps, a card that is still 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan, and he still has those crazy good stats on defense and speed wise. But we can play center for sure. Like, he is the 6th best center in the game. I just think he's a lot higher up on the power forward list. But yeah, Kristaps still got that really good jump shot with the Kristaps base, Kristaps upper on very quick timing. He's a really good pick and pop center. If you want to stretch 5, don't think you really get much better than Invincible Kristaps, and I do think he's all around going to be the 6th best center in the game. At the number 5 spot is going to be the next Victor Wembanyama, a card that is still 7'5", can play power forward center, 8-foot wingspan. I see a lot of people running him at center, even though I think maybe power forward he might be a little bit better at, but I can still see a lot of people running Victor at the 5. He's such a good defender, 93 block, 80 steal, 95 perimeter, 88 interior defense, but it's not so much about the stats or the badges or even the animations for Victor. It's just his player model and the animations he gets in game are so overpowered. If you guys have used his Invincible card, or if you guys have used his next card or played against them or seen them in game, then you just get the craziest of animations. Like, his jump shot's pretty decent, where he's got the Vucevic base, the Tim Duncan upper on very quick timing. Is definitely not the Invincible level jump shot, with the Kuzma base, and then he's also got way better dribble sigs on his invincible version. But still, on this next one, like, he can still move a little bit. He's got the DeMar size up, the Kobe escape, Dame behind the back, which is super nice to have because his Dame behind the back is so glitchy. If you guys know how to do that behind the back move, it is so glitchy, especially when you're running downhill in transition. And then he's also got the 2 best dunk packages with the quick drops off 1 and the front clutches. So probably one of the most mobile centers in the game, a guy that could really put the ball on the floor, create his own space, and just be super glitchy as an all-around center card. At the number 4 spot though, I do think is going to be Galaxy Yao Ming, 7'6" at center, 7'9" wingspan. It's still going to be a Yao Ming card. We know he's going to play that elite level defense. We know he's got the size, the player model. He's fairly fast for a Yao Ming card, and then also does have a very solid jump shot. But then coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be the other Yao Ming, the hero version, and you could put the other Titans Dark Matter in this top 10 if you wanted to, but we're only going over 10 center cards. I didn't want to put 3 Yao Mings in a top 10, so I just put his Galaxy Opal and his hero version, who's 7'6", just like his Galaxy Opal card, 7'9" wingspan. And I'll just show you guys the quick comparison between the cards. Honestly, not that big of a difference like you might expect. That's the wrong Yao Ming card, but it's not as big as a difference as you might expect, between a hero Dark Matter and a Galaxy Opal from like January. But you take a look at the stats. Yes, obviously the hero one is going to be better, but I don't think it's by like a crazy margin besides the plus 14 3 ball. The defense is very similar. The speed is only +2 for speed, acceleration, vertical. Strength is only +1. So the only real difference you can see that you'll actually notice in game is maybe a tiny bit better defense on the perimeter, and then the plus 14 3 ball. Badges wise, for sure, I mean, the hero one's definitely going to have better badges. But then when you take a look at the animations, that's probably the biggest difference because jump shot goes to very quick timing. He's got the MJ dribble style, the D-book size up, the Kobe escape, and the Zach LaVine behind the back. So the hero Yao Ming can actually put the ball on the floor. He can create his own shot if he needs to, and just having that ability to put the ball on the floor is a lot more valuable than maybe a little bit of speed or a little bit of a 3 ball. So I do think hero Yao Ming is obviously better than the Galaxy Opal Yao, but I don't think it's by like a crazy margin. And then at the number 2 spot, this one just comes down to preference. I think it's Rick Smith. It can be Yao Ming, obviously. I think that's number 2 and number 3 for sure. If you want to put Yao Ming over Rick Smith, I won't disagree with you. For me, I just like Rick Smith's jump shot a lot more, and that's the biggest difference. Because if you compare the cards, they're very similar on paper when it comes to the stats, the badges. I just think the animations is where, Rick Smith definitely has a pretty big advantage with that jump shot. That KCP base is one of my favorite bases in the game. It's on cards like Kawhi. I know he has a KCP base. I know Grady Dick has the KCP base, and there's tons of other cards in the game that have really good jump shots, have that KCP base, and then also his upper's pretty good with the Dario Sarge. And I just think all around, he's got a way better jump shot than Yao and plays very similar defense and got about the same player model in game. But then coming in at the number 1 spot, it's going to be Hero Manute Bol. Don't think there's really any debate with that. He's 7'7" at the center and power forward position, 8'5" wingspan. This card still probably has the best player model in the game, besides maybe Victor Wembanyama. The card's defense is unreal, 98 block, 98 interior defense, 88 steal, 85 perimeter. He runs pretty fast in game, even though it says only 83 speed, 83 acceleration. It feels more like a 90 to 95 speed, and a lot of people that do have Manute Bol probably have like even a better coach than like a Mark Jackson. But with a coach and a shoot boost, you can get this card up to 93 speed, which feels really fast in game. Trust me, if you've used Manute Bol or played against him, this card moves really quick in game, and then also does have a pretty solid jump shot and very solid dribble sigs. But yeah, guys, that's going to be my top 10 center card tier list. My top 10 center card list. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about it, and let me know your guys' favorite centers in my team right now, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.